Good night. This is a next episode of House of Stars, and I'm your girl Star. How you guys doing? Happy Friday the 13th. I know to some people they may think it's a bad omen, Friday the 13th, but Friday the 13th for me is one of my lucky days. So I love Friday the 13th. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to House of Stars. And first things first, I do want to say thank you to all the people that had watched the video and shared the video on Michelle Rodriguez and Chris Brown. I'm up to about 100 and something views in about a few days, which is crazy because honestly, as you can see, I don't have a lot of subscribers. I've just recently started putting up videos on the channel a little bit more frequently. So the fact that it got a really good response, I'm really happy about that. And I do want to thank you again for tuning in and of course asking questions and things like that. So today on House of Stars, I'm going to be doing readings on Taraji, Henson, and Rihanna. So again, if you know like the last video, I'm going to touch into their personality, the way they love, and their sex language. Okay. So I'm going to start it off with Taraji Henson, but first things first, for those of you that are watching this video, keep in mind for a limited time, I am still having the 2020 special on the House of Stars page. The link is actually in the description box. You can get a reading over the phone or through Skype. And it's $20 for 20 minutes. So if you know anyone that's interested at all, or if you would want to get a reading yourself, or even if you want to buy one for somebody for a gift, like hit up the House of Stars, either the email or the page itself, and PM me to book an appointment, and I'll try to fit you in within my schedule and do your reading for you. So, okay, so we're going to open up this video with prayers. Hold on. Okay, just keep in mind right now that I'm doing this on a certain video. I do have a professional camera, but right now it's just the angling and stuff. I'm just feeling awkward. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so self-conscious in my videos, but it's like I'm looking right at myself. So I'm just looking at every single kink or flaw, and I'm like, okay, let me see here. Okay, let me do this. Okay, so I'm going to concentrate and focus on things that matter, okay? So we're going to start off by opening the reading with a prayer. Because, of course, we want to protect you guys that are listening. We want to protect those that we're reading on. And, of course, the reader. We want to protect her as well. Okay, so I'm just going to breathe in through my nose, out through my mouth, and I would open through prayer. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Meteron, all the spirits that assist me in sending me messages in Jesus Christ's name. I pray that everyone that is here witnessing this reading is protected and saturated with love and light. Love and light is sent to all of them, sent to the reader, and also the people that we're reading on in Jesus Christ's name. I also pray that you give me insight on Taraji Henson, born September 11th, 1970. Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen. Okay. So, Taraji Henson is born September 11th, 1970. I saw 2 days. I saw September 11th, 1970, and then I saw November 19th, 1970. I resonate more with the Virgo one because I think she's more or less a Virgo. But she could also have Scorpio traits within her chart. So, because I do get a sense of Scorpio off of her as well. But I think I'm going to go with the September 11th. I'm seeing that more or less other places when I looked up her birthday. So Taraji Henson, her personality. Okay, so a lot of the roles that you see Taraji Henson play, her personality is very similar to that, but not necessarily. I feel that she definitely comes from either a strong church background or somebody in her family, like an uncle or somebody she considered as family, was somebody that was in the church. I do get from her a strong sense of Christianity, a strong sense of Christian foundation that is there that kind of keeps her within balance. She is a very strong woman. She's very opinionated. She's very much a woman that knows exactly what it is that she wants and she voices it. There's times that she has voiced opinions and her opinion and how she wants things, and it is miscommunicated as either being like a bully or being a person that is bitchy. But at the same time, is that she's very precise on how she wants things done, and she's very hard, not I would say hard, but she's very disciplined when it comes to how she does things. So how she sees things, she expects it to be as disciplined as well. She's definitely a person that she has a sense of bringing out people's strengths in them. She's a person that looks at the great side of things. Like, say for example, if she were to see a girl or certain people that are not necessarily attractive, and I was just shallow example, but people, this is how people think. And they don't find that she knows how to bring that side out of them, to bring out their good traits. Like, she just loves to create and coordinate things and keeping things within structure. I do see that she's very much like an organized, more cleanly type of person. She likes things to be in its rightful place. She likes things to be done rightfully, and she likes everything to be organized where everything is in its rightful order. I do see that she's a very alpha-like female, meaning that when she's in a relationship with somebody, or when she's dealing with somebody, she wants to be treated as equal, and she treats them as equal. So meaning she's not the type, even though she may be in a managerial position or a position where she's above somebody, she still treats them as the equal, where they're almost little managers within themselves. That's how she likes to treat people. I do see her as, I get a really good, strong vibe from her. She's very strong, very private, and very committed to the things that she does. And she has a very good business sense as well. She has very good, strong business mind. I don't feel like starting off when it came to doing business, she really knew a lot of stuff, but she's a person that picks up quick because she's very much of a person that keeps her life and everything in order through repetition and organization. So when it comes to the way that they love, right here on my paper is this, I wonder what I'm looking down at that. I just wrote down a couple things just so I could go in order and keep everything in order so I know exactly what's next, so I'm not going all over the place and going off on a tangent in the video. Excuse me. I'm plugging this in. Okay. When it comes to how she loves, she's a very loving person all around across the board. She's loving to her friends. She's loving to her family. She's loving to people. She loves being able to take care of people. She's a person that has a very strong sense of sound advice. So she loves to be able to give people advice and encouragements. A lot of the things that she says and what she does brings a lot of strong impact to the people that she does come across, especially women. She's very much in touch with her female energy. So that's what I do get around her. What I do see around her, of course, I know everyone knows she's on Empire, which Empire is doing very good. I've been seeing there's a lot of good reviews coming from Empire. I see that it's going to be successful. I don't know. I get a number 2 to 3, so maybe it's going to be 2 to 3 seasons or 2 to 3 years it'll be on the air, but it doesn't feel like it's going to be something that's going to be on TV for a very long time. Unfortunately, that's just what I sense from it. I'll take an L if I'm wrong, but I just don't feel like it's going to be around for a very, very long time. I do get also, she does have some business ventures that she is going on. I feel like she's the type of person, she's tried little small business ventures, either like on an investment standpoint or she's kind of teamed up with people. But this time she's really focusing on bringing out something for herself to allow herself to shine. But I think that she's going to make a lot of good, sound business decisions. But she also just needs to be a little bit careful with the people that she is working with. As for, I feel like they promise that they can do certain things, but they can only really take her so far. So that's something that I do see around her that she needs to focus on, is just making better business choices and who she is working with. Because the person that she happens to be working with is a little bit all talk. So she needs to find herself a business partner that's a little bit more, I'll say like just more together. You know what I mean? The way that, what I see around her, and I kind of know I'm drifting, I'm bleeding, but I'm just bleeding into different things and structurizing the reading. But you have to keep in mind, Spirit's in control. He's the one that has the wheels. So I kind of gotta go wherever he takes me. I do get a sense also around her. I see something with Oprah. I don't know why I'm seeing that. I don't know if they're teaming up to do something or whatever, but Oprah was the next person that stuck out to me. It has something to do with women or something like that. I feel like there's going to be maybe some kind of environmental or some kind of political change of some sort where she's going to jump on. It has to do with women. Where she's going to jump on and kind of give her hand and her help and her humanitarian abilities in that. I also do see that I see a little boy and I see a man. I don't know where this little boy comes from. I don't know if she's with somebody that has a young child or she's going to get with somebody that she's going to get with somebody that happens to have a young child or some sort. But that is exactly what I do see around her, especially when it comes to business and love. Everything seems to be going well around her. I feel like she has a strong understanding of how things are going. Yes, she's hopeful for bigger things. Of course, being an actor, you think people strive for fame and want to get bigger and bigger when it comes to their fame. But when it comes to her, it's just like she loves the fact that she can be able to act and have the gigs that she does. But she has a strong sense and a strong trusting in God. And knowing that everything happens in its rightful time. So I would say in her life right now, she's very determined. She is a little bit stressed out right now, I feel, about a few things and how things are going. Because I feel like what's happening, there's a lot of things that are not really going as planned. And I feel it has to do with some kind of filming. I don't know if it's Empire or filming or something. But something it's like she signed on to something, having a certain expectation. And now she's like, okay, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's what I do see around her when it comes to that. When it comes to sexual language, it's weird because I actually filmed this video twice. And anytime I went into sex, when it came to her, the video cut off. So, I don't know if she's got a person like her guys don't want me reading on her or what. But when it comes to sexual language, what I can say about her, she's very old-fashioned when it comes to that, in that sense where, yes, she does she explores a bit. Yes, she does have a strong sense of how, like a technique of how she does her pleasuring her, so to speak, or what her strengths are. But she's very old-fashioned. So meaning, she likes to make the guy take the lead. And she is very much a person that, strokes a man's ego when it comes to stuff like that. But again, when it comes to anything she does, she needs to be treated as equal. If she feels that any shape or form that you're going to treat her anything less than such, she is not having it. So let me put this candle up here. Put this up a little bit higher. Let's just hope. Okay, sorry. I'm just going to put it up a little bit higher because the candle's just... I don't like the light. Okay, so yeah. So that's what I do see about Taraji Henson. So if you have any questions about Taraji Henson, you want to know more things or actual questions, I can actually channel and ask you. But that's what I am picking up on her. But success, love, and light to her. And there's going to be a lot more business ventures and things that you're going to be seeing her doing great things. And yeah, shout out to Taraji Henson. So now we're going to move into the original bad girl. I love Rihanna. Rihanna is actually from the Caribbean. If anyone knows, I have a Caribbean background. My parents are from Jamaica. So, yeah, to Caribbeans, we love her. So, yeah, so we're going to talk about Rihanna, born February 20th, 1988. We're going to touch on her personality, the way she loves, and her sex language. So... Okay, so Rihanna's personality. Okay, so how I see Rihanna to be, that bad girl persona, that is her. Like, I don't think it's just like a branding. That's exactly who she is. She is a person that likes to do things when she wants to. She's very blunt. She's very much of a person that she kind of gets a reaction. She loves to wow people with the things that she says. Like, she says certain things all out of a shock factor. She loves the shock factor that she gives people. I feel as a person, she's a very nice and polite person. She's actually very loving. Like, she's a very nice person. Like, I feel like if she were to approach a fan, like, of course she has a lot of fans, and when she's around people, she does get frustrated. Because you have to understand, these are celebrities that are busy. Like, they're busy people. Like, they're 24 hours in a day is just not enough for them, especially a person like Rihanna. So it's like when she's touring or she's leaving a place that she's having a meeting and you're trying to stop her, and she's most likely late for that meeting, or she only has a certain amount of time to get to that place before she is not late because it airs at a certain time, you're not helping the situation any better by trying to stop her. But she does absolutely positively adore her fans. I feel like she's the type of person where people don't notice. She pays attention to a lot of things you guys say. When it comes to social media, when it comes to Instagram, like comments, things like that. Like, I feel like she'll like to go through them as much as she can. Remember, she is Rihanna. She's like a hierarchy up in the industry. But she does spend a lot of time paying attention to different fans. Like, I feel like there's even fans that are out there that there's, like, she may not follow them, but, like, they have pages and stuff, and she actually goes and checks up on them and things like that. Like, she does pay attention to that stuff. I also see she's definitely a person that she's very social, but she's very hard to get close to. She's really only interested in keeping a small group of friends, because those are the people that she knows that they love her and trust her and are real with her regardless of what. Like, she's around people that are very real with her. And she likes that. She likes to have that sense of balance. Like, she loves the fame and stuff, but I feel like she loves the fame because it's a time where she gets to play dress up. It's a time where she gets to be who she wants to be. It's not really on the aspect of I better than anybody or I can act like I can shit on people. She doesn't look at it like that. She just loves that luxurious life. She loves that she could take her friends with her and just fly to Paris. That she could go just, sit on the Riviera and get a villa. Like, she just loves that she can be able to do that life. That sense of freedom is what it is that she thrives off when it comes to the fame. It has really not anything to do with feeling like she's better than anybody. Because she really doesn't. She just feels like, I just want to live my life and be happy. Like, I feel like as a little girl, she was the type of girl that would just sit back and just stare out into the field or in the trees and just imagine a day where she could just play princess for a day or queen. Like, she actually has a lot of princess energy within her. I feel like in her past life, I think she was like a princess or a queen of some sort. I get a strong sense of lineage in her past life linking back even to Egypt. So she has that strong sense. She's very intuitive. Of course, she is born under Pisces, so she's actually extremely intuitive. She gets visions. That's one thing that people probably don't know about Rihanna. Rihanna actually gets visions. Most of them come in dreams, though. She gets them sometimes. Like, it's like she gets them like she'll think it's like deja vu, but she'll be sitting there one day and a vision will come to her, and then she'll be like, and then after it would actually happen. She's like, oh crap, I've seen this before. But, like, she sometimes talks about it, but sometimes she doesn't. But she's very intuitive. She gets people right away. Like, I feel like her friends will date guys, and she'll meet them, and she'll just, in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, not even them talking, she'll just know she doesn't like them. Like, you know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, she's always right. So yeah, she has a strong sense of intuition within her. I feel like it comes to her lineage too, because I do see the African lineage as well. Like, I feel like on her mother's side, maybe not the great-grandmother or maybe the great-great-grandmother, somebody above her, was either a spiritual woman of some sort. I see drums beating, like beating drums and stuff like that. But she has a strong African lineage as well. So that's why it's really in her, that spiritual thing that's in her. She's very good at manifesting what she wants. And she's very good at protecting herself from negative influence or energies, but she's a very strong person. Like, if she was really going to be a person that wanted to hone her gifts of being a psychic of any sort, she would honestly really be able to do it naturally, because she has that strong lineage within herself. When it comes to the way that she loves, okay, I'm going to say something and I will take an L for it. And what people don't understand, and a lot of people do know and see, everyone can see it, It's almost like, even though she doesn't mention it, she does make it obvious. She is still very much Chris Brown has taken a strong piece of her heart. You have to understand, this is a relationship that did not end based on, even though they fought. Yes, they fought. Okay. But this is a relationship that was torn apart abruptly, prematurely. It's not a relationship that really got a sense to run its course. I feel like also this relationship they had was also a past life connection as well. So when it comes to love, she has very loyal in love. She's a very unconditional lover. Though she is bossy, she's very unconditional. Like, if she actually allows herself to fall in love with you, she'll be in love with you for the rest of your life. That's just who Rihanna is. Like, for the rest of her life, she will be in love with you. When it comes to even Chris Brown, I know I'm not really talking about how she loves, but we'll just talk about this part and then I'll just move on to something else. When it comes to Chris Brown, a lot of people know this, and of course we've seen it a little bit. She still talks to him. Like, they still talk. They don't talk all the time. I don't feel like it's like frequently or fairly often, but there's still a connection. They still will meet up and talk on the phone and see each other. I don't know if they really see each other a lot in person now because they are both fairly busy. But I do see them, like, during the time when you thought they weren't talking, they were talking. They were hanging out. There was meetups. There was dinner. I see also like a trip, like either she went somewhere with water or something like that, and he definitely came. I know she went to Barbados with him, but like, I feel like they've taken trips where no paparazzi did not even know about it. Like, they still see each other. Like, there's still a back and forth. This is a very on and off relationship that is going on between him and her. And yeah, like, I just feel like right now it's like they come to terms like maybe it can't work and they're just living life, but they're just waiting for that. It's just like an unspoken thing. They love each other and there's nothing that anyone can do to change it. You just have to, either you love it or you don't. Hate it or love it. They love each other. But yeah, she's a person that she's very loving. She's a very person that she has like her top 5. Like her top 5 friends or top 5 people, so to speak, that are very important in her life, and she does not want to change that. Like, I feel like, yes, of course, there's people, celebrities she hangs out with and stuff, and she chills with, and she has a good time, and they love her, and she loves them. But when it comes to, like, close relationships, like, she doesn't care for that shit. She has her people. And those are people that she chooses to have as friends and people she loves for the remainder of her life. Like, she does not want to, she doesn't care to be around anybody else. Yeah, when it comes to love, again, like, she's a type of person. A lot of things that are happening in this life with Rihanna is a lot of past life connections. I feel a lot of people actually around her come from past lives of some sort. Like, I feel like even her mother is like, was connected to her in some way. Chris Brown, people are all past life for her. So in this life, I feel like she has a lot of karma brought into this life. And when we say karma doesn't have to be necessarily bad karma. It means karma as in righting wrongs from the past life, or righting wrongs so that you can clear your debt in the future one. Like, that's a lot of that is just happening right now in this life for Rihanna. Oh, the goddamn. Okay. Okay, so I do see a lot of traveling and touring that's coming up soon. If not, she's on it already. I'm not sure if she's on tour, but I see a lot of that traveling soon. Because I see a lot of performances and her performing and rehearsing. I do see that around this time, I don't know if it's like a book or a documentary of some sort is going to be coming up. But I feel like she's wanting to like bare her soul to her fans. There's like aspect of her that she really wants to show. I get the number 3, so I don't know if you're going to hear about it within the next 3 weeks or the next 3 months. But there's some kind of exposure of one's soul, exposure of who they really are, exposure of showing their vulnerability, whether it is done in film or if it's done in a documentary or book. But that's coming up for her. I do see that there's going to be a family member in the family that's either getting married or having a child, or if not both. But I do see marriage, and also I do see a child. But I feel like that's something that's going to make her excited, that she's going to be celebrating, that she's going to be excited about. I do see that there's like either a family member of some sort that she hasn't really been talking to that wants to reach out to her, that she's going to end up reconnecting with. I do see that as well. I feel like it's a female, like maybe a cousin or something like that, because the person's not that older than her. I also do see with her also, I feel like she's been cutting down the party, but I do see her going out a little bit. I don't know, I just got an image of Meat Mills, so I don't know if she's going to be in a club with him or something like that, but I just see like an image of her going out. I also do get a strong focus on some kind of fashion of some sort, like coming out with her own line or a pair of pants, but whatever this fashion line may be, I feel like it's like a selective focus brand. Like say for example, if it's like, and this is an example, if you're a fashion company that specializes in suspenders and you have different variations and plays on suspenders, like that's what I see is this something like that, where it's very specialty, very novelty type fashion. Like I don't feel like she wants to be like a fashion designer, though a lot of fashion people have been approaching her and she's been seen at the biggest and the greatest fashion designing shows. That's not something that she really wants to do or she's focusing on. It's more or less she just wants to sprinkle this world of hers with little like fantasies that she has and touches of who she is and everything like that. I do see that she wants to start bringing out and showing more or less an aspect of her Bayesian side. I do see like whatever in a project of some sort, she wants to actually allow attributes and characteristics of the culture of Barbados to shine within that. So that's what I see coming up for her. I do see magic around her too. I don't know. I think she's starting to do magic a bit, guys. I'm sorry. Now, magic is not bad. There's good magic, there's bad magic. But I do see her opening up to her spirituality. Like I've been seeing her with candles there, and I just see her sprinkle something on top. So I feel like she's opening up to her inner magic, her inner power, connecting very strongly to her ancestors, because she has her grandmother, I forget her name, that is around her, is sending her a lot of messages. She's getting a lot of messages from her. So she's trying to connect her. So she's doing I feel like she's doing some kind of magic to kind of connect to that spirit. But yeah, I see this like overall, she's a very strong person. Of course, everyone knows she's dating Leonardo DiCaprio. I feel like even though they like each other and like there's a strong like there, they're more or less just friends with benefits. Or if you want to call it that, but friends, you know? Like, I don't even know if they had sex a lot, but, like, they could have had intercourse, but that's not a strong basis of the relationship either. But they're more or less friends. But they're still building. They're still opening up. I feel like they're both talking to each other. They both confide in each other about their past. It's easier for them to talk to each other about things that are going on, because they feel like they both understand each other. They're both people that are successful and at career heights and have a certain hierarchy within the industry. But though at the same time there is a strong sense of respect there. So let's move to sex, because wow, like I went really long in that one. When it comes to sex, Rihanna is a very openly sexual person. Rihanna, I do feel in a sense, Rihanna does have bisexual tendencies. I wouldn't say she's bisexual, but she likes to have her fun with women. She likes it. It's fun. It's purely for sexual reasons, sexual pleasurable reasons. But she likes women too. I feel like she's definitely a person. She honors her sexual urges very much. Like, she's a type of person, she can have sex with somebody and have no feeling. Just because she's just trying to fulfill a sexual urge. She acts on them. I feel like when it comes to her, she likes to be a performer when it comes to sex. So she's not even worried about you. It's like she even turns her own self on by how she moves in the bedroom or things that she does. It's not even about you. You're just a prop. You know what I mean? Like, she's very much a performer when it comes to intercourse. Though she likes to be pleasured or whatever the case may be, but she likes to have that performance. She's like, if you saw in the last video, like Chris Brown, it's just like they get off on that. They get off on the fact that they have that kind of control. I do see she's very much, she has a good control of her body. When it comes to sex, I don't even know if it's like she's a person that really has a lot of big O's, but she likes to turn. It's a turn on aspect of it for her, is what I see. So so we're already 30 minutes in because I was going on so long. So that's the way that Rihanna's sex language is. And if you guys want to know if Rihanna and Chris Brown are gonna get back together, there's a chance briefly that they will, and you guys will know about it. I do sense that. It feels like it's cold outside when it happens. So it could be like fall or winter, like fall of this year, early next year, or one of that. But usually the relationship is going to be something that blooms publicly from the ending of the year to the starting of the year aspect, is what I do see there. So that's for, I forget your name. One of the subscribers that actually commented, I do see they're going to get back together briefly. You have to understand that they do love each other and they know that they love each other, but at the same time, either one does not want to risk each other's career for being with each other, and they both respect each other on that. It is what it is. So yeah, that's it. That's the ending of the readings from Taraji P, Henson, and Rihanna. If you have any questions or concerns, or if you would like to get a psychic reading with House of Stars, please visit me on Facebook, House of Stars. The link is in the description box. Also, if you would like to get any home clearings or anything like that, or I also even do parties if you happen to be in the Toronto area, the phone number is 647-620-3896. Again, it's 647-620-3896. If you enjoy these celebrity readings and if you want more, please inbox me or actually comment below on the next video that you want to see me do and who you want me to read on. So I do want to thank you so much for your time tonight. Happy Friday the 13th. May God bless you and the angels protect you. Good night.